Welcome, Joan. I'm so excited to have you. Tell me what you do when you meet people at a networking function and they're your prospect. How do you introduce yourself and pretend I'm your prospect?
I create dreams for my clients by helping them change their financial destiny through real estate.
Mm-hmm. That's certainly powerful. Now, do I have your permission to polish it?
Oh my gosh, definitely.
Okay, good.
I have been working on this for years.
Oh my goodness, wonderful. Well, let's solve it today in 5 minutes. How's that? How's that going to work out? Talk to me about what is the biggest group that you work with in terms of somebody who self-gathers. So humans only self-gather by two ways, right? Only if they care about the same interest, like divorcing women, business women, or yoga or knitting. They have their own groups, or by industry, like, pharmaceutical, healthcare, they gather themselves. So talk to me about either industry or interest group that I can send you into that would be a really good group of prospects for you.
I mainly do my business by referrals, and they're usually people my age. And
right, but so what do people your age, what kind of hobbies do they have that they would gather for? Is it yoga? Is it running? I don't know. What would it be? What do you do? Like, where do you go?
I just go to networking events.
Right, and they're generic. So what I'd like to do is skyrocket your sales by sending you into very, very targeted groups. And very targeted means it's like business women only, or it's like lawyers only, or it's like realtors only. I don't know. So give me either by industry or interest group.
Well, if I were to pick an industry, it would probably be small business people, or it could be senior baby boomers.
Okay, but again, baby boomers only gather by what they're interested in. So they golf. So you would go golfing with them.
I don't golf.
Right. Or they travel and they go to travel shows, or they have travel clubs. So you see what I mean? It has to be by their interest if you're trying to capture them. You can't just generically capture them. And at least with my clients, that's what we do, and that's how we accelerate the growth. Otherwise, it's too generic. You're with everyone, and everyone is your prospect, but everyone is also your competition. And anyway, so let's just say, for the sake of argument, that we send you into women businesses, because I know that's how we've met. We've met through a businesswoman club networking group. So what is the number one problem that they have, business women, that you solve?
I think that they don't know exactly what they would like to buy or sell or when is the right time to buy or sell.
So they have money, right, from the business, but they feel like it's being wasted, or like, and
I think they have a timidity about investing in real estate.
Right.
My main focus now is really pre-construction condos, because I feel the millennials as well as the senior baby boomers, they want to move down, and the millennials want to work near downtown, and that's basically where I...
Okay, so neither of those groups has anything to do with the women's business groups. So let's say it is boomers. Where would you be meeting the boomers? Would you be going to their the Zoomer show, which is also kind of generic? Like, what kind of interests would they have? Again, it's either golf or travel, or what other interests. They could have horticulture, they could be foodies, right? And all of those have their own groups and clubs, so you would have to get into that. So, for example, a mortgage broker that I worked with was a foodie. He was like a 300-pound African-American man, and he loved food. And there was like meetup groups that he went to. He, attended seminars by restaurants. He attended chef events. And that's how he started selling, because he was interested in the same thing that they were interested in. So let's say it is one of the boomers, and you do get into one of the groups, and their problem is what? That they're trying to downsize, but they don't know how to make it a good investment?
Well, they don't know how to transition smoothly. It's a really something. It's terrifying because they've lived in their house for 30 years, possibly, and now they have to uproot themselves and move. I did started to do a group in health, because I am interested in health.
Perfect.
So I started.
That's an interest.
Yeah,
they go to those shows, right?
Yeah, I found that networking with health people was very good.
Great. So then, let's talk about your elevator pitch. What is the number one problem around transition for these boomers who are interested in health that you help with as a realtor, an investor?
Well, we try to take away the stress and make it as smooth a transition as possible. We have a team of people that will help you declutter and do all those things that they don't want to face.
So what is a statistic what is a statistic that we can say about that stress? What does that cause, that stress? Is it 3 out of 4 boomers refuse to leave their home and fall and break their hips and are hospitalized because of the stress of the transition, and what you do is you relieve that transition? Can we find a statistic about what that stress causes?
I think the stress is caused by the amount of stuff that we have accumulated over the
Understood,
years.
but what does the stress itself cause? The stress causes them to have a heart attack or what?
Well, of course, their health goes,
Right.
And they get very anxiety, a lot of anxiety.
And what does that cause? Sleeplessness or what? Like their health actually does decline maybe, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
if you could find a statistic around how the stress of moving, downsizing, what it is, like 4 out of 5 seniors are increase in their anxiety, which causes them more sleepless nights or loss of health due to the stress of downsizing. And what we do is we relieve that through our programs, our consulting, and our better services, whatever it is that you have. And you could even brand it by saying we have the Stress Your Ease Boomer programs. Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Stress.
All right. I hope that helps, Joan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
so much.